We live in the world, a society filled with constant changes, which are driven by the innovations in science and technology. This reality characterizes the nature of the 21st century, which is often described as the digital age, or the information age, or the knowledge-based economy. Like no other time in our history, individuals are demanded to acquire more knowledge and skills to keep pace with all the developments in our societies. Our survival and progression are dependent on our ability to respond and to adapt to ill-defined future circumstances. Hence, individuals must challenge themselves to increase their self-direction in order to self-develop. Self-direction is the ability to take responsibility and control of one's own learning. And as such, self-directed learning is a self-initiative to acquire new knowledge and skills, and is focused on taking action. The acquisition of new knowledge and skills through self-directed learning can significantly improve the quality of an individual's life. Thus, self-direction is the natural way to develop character. Individuals keep abreast with current and future demands of our societies through knowledge management. By acquiring, developing, analyzing, synthesizing, and applying knowledge and skills. In being self-directed, it requires individuals to have courage, determination, perseverance, insight, creativity, and imagination, in order to learn effectively and apply themselves proficiently. There are 6 major self-directed learning skills that individuals need to acquire, develop and apply, in order to exhibit mastery over their lives and environment. 1. Ability to diagnose and formulate learning needs. 2. Ability to formulate meaningful goals for own learning. 3. Ability to identify and select material and human resources for accomplishing various kinds of learning objectives. 4. Ability to develop and apply a wide range of learning strategies appropriate to different learning tasks. 5. Ability to carry out a learning plan systematically and sequentially. And 6. Ability to monitor and assess one's own performance. Self-directed learning is an adventure through active learning processes, and creates an in-depth understanding of oneself, ideas, abilities, and limitations. Self-direction is the ability to manage oneself, and to direct one's behaviors. Self-directed individuals are able to determine a. What would be learned, b. How it would be learned, and c. What would be an appropriate indication of learning. Some essential aspects of self-direction involve goal setting, planning, organization, and prioritization, self-monitoring, self-management/self-regulation, self-evaluation, self-motivation, time management, the willingness and readiness to work. There are 2 types of readiness when it comes to self-directed learning, a low degree of self-direction and b. a high degree of self-direction. At the low degree of self-direction, it is the educator or others who make the decisions about the learning outcome. At the high degree of self-direction, it is the learner who makes the decisions about the learning outcome, based on a topic or task. A self-directed learner is an individual with high self-direction who is willing and able to plan, execute, and evaluate their own learning with or without the help of an expert. A person who is self-directed has the ability to create the opportunities that will improve his or her lifestyle and social conditions. A highly self-directed individual understands that being assertive influences him or her to consider the various outcomes of their actions. It is a wonderful thing to be self-directed. To become a self-directed learner, an individual is required to take the responsibility for formulating his, her own identity and life course,